What's up, everyone? We're back with another Pedal to the Metal. I'm here tonight with the two co-hosts of Pedal to the Metal. We're here with the hashtag legendary Heil68. Heil, what's going on?
Not much about you. I've taken a little hiatus of games. I always take one every so often. I just play so much that I got
Wait,
to
are
do
you in a
other stuff.
break? Are you in a break right now with video games?
I'm just a slight one. I got to go back and finish Tomb Raider. I thought I was going to finish Tomb Raider on my winter break, but I did some more my other hobbies, which I won't bore you with. But yeah, I'll still go back to it though. I'll never.
Nice.
I've played video games since I was a kid, so
Yeah.
that one will never go away. But
Yeah.
don't you ever just get burned out on them? I
Yeah,
mean,
peaks and valleys for sure. Let's talk. I want actually want to talk about that. That's actually an interesting topic. I do also want to introduce our other co-host of Pedal to the Metal, Mr. Animal Mother, otherwise known as John. What's up, John?
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
When you poop in the bathroom, right? Do
Yep.
you pee before your poop, during your poop, or after your poop?
Ooh. Never after.
Sometimes I do it after.
Really? No, never after. Before or during. That kind of all works together.
It's weird. It's a weird question, right? It's a good
hey, I got a
question.
question for you. So say I went to go see uh God, I'm gonna have to find the guitarist's name now, but he had remember who had the album Cleopatra?
No.
Looking.
No.
He had that Stevie Ray Vaughan tone. But anyway, he was playing in a local club in the state capitol. So like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go see him. And of course, he delivered, but seating was like a 200, 300 seat club, and seating was limited. So we sat down with this other couple, and out of the blue, you say hi to someone. It's like, hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. So out of the blue, she asked, "Do you pee in the shower?"
Like just out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere.
That's an
The first time we
icebreaker.
ever meet these people, why would you ask that? So
Wow.
that's a question for you, Animal. Do you pee in the shower?
No.
He's lying. I can tell just by the way he took just by how long he took to answer it. He's
I don't
like,
pee in the shower.
yeah.
Speaking of which, the poopening is becoming a thing.
Yeah. You're pooping?
Yeah, my poopening. I really really like it. It's I like that I'm becoming a thing.
Yeah. But you're becoming a thing for defecation. I mean, is that really what you were aiming for?
Well, listen, comedy has no bounds.
That's true. That's true.
So if you have to poop your pants to make people laugh, then
That's true.
there we go.
I mean, yeah, you're working for the people. One pair of shitty britches at a time.
Listen, just because I poop my pants once doesn't mean no. Everyone's pooped their pants.
Once that we know about.
Yeah,
True.
I only did it once.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, no, I've literally only pooped my. Well, okay, twice.
I pooped my pants too one time, and I'm not ready to tell the story.
Why was it that scarring?
It was a bad one.
It was
It,
that bad. It sounds like my poopening story.
well, it wasn't so much the pooping; it was more the vomit was the worst part
You
of it.
vomited too?
Oh yeah, I threw up on myself one time driving home from a trip to Maine. It was horrific.
That sounds awful.
Should I tell the story? I don't know. No, I'm not going to tell it.
Just tell it.
All right, fine. So I was getting my degree in my undergrad, and I was finishing up. I had to test out of a subject, so I was up for the weekend in Maine finishing my undergrad. And so I was staying with a friend, and the night before we partied a little bit, had some food, whatever, went to bed, woke up the next day, tested out of my final undergrad class, got my degree, and was very excited. Started driving home, about a 3 hour drive from home to college. So I'm driving along, and I realize that I get, like when have you ever gotten a sickness, like a flu sickness where it hits you like a ton of bricks? Like one minute you're fine, and then like the next minute you just know that you are falling deeply ill.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had one of those moments where like I could feel myself sweating, and I was like hot, and I'm driving, and I'm saying to myself, I don't feel good, but by the time I get home, I'll just, I'll act like a baby and make myself some tea and eat some chicken noodle soup, and everything will be fine. Well, I get about an hour into my journey, and I realize that I physically cannot drive the car any longer. Like
Really that bad?
cannot that bad. I pull over on the
Huh.
side of the road. I try to nap in my car for about 45 minutes. I didn't even feel like I had enough energy to walk across the street and get like a bottle of water. Like I just
Huh.
felt like almost acetated. I call my wife. She's like, "Listen, we need to get you an ambulance." I said, "I don't even know where the fuck I am. I'm just really, really sick right now, and I don't know what's happening." So I decide to man up about an hour after laying in the car with the seat reclined, and I say, all right, I gotta get home. I gotta get home. I'm 2 hours from home. I gotta get home. So I start driving, and I'm like, I can do this. I drove 80 the whole way. I'm in the fast lane. I get to about two exits before getting home.
It's muscle memory. Can I tell you something? It is muscle memory, because every time I drive past the gas station by work, it's like my butthole starts to quiver a little bit when I have to poop.
I don't know if the exit see this. Here's the thing. I haven't even gotten to the shit part yet. I'm driving down the highway, dude, 80, 85 miles an hour. I remember distinctly looking to my right at the woman in the middle lane who was driving a minivan, and then turning towards the front windshield and throwing up all over my fucking car. Like all over. Dude, like, you know how you sit and your legs come like a V? They come to like a V in your lap when you're sitting in your you know, you put like your cell phone in between your legs, or you put like, you know, whatever, you're drinking your coffee or whatever. It was literally a pool of vomit. Like, there was vomit everywhere, all over my clothes, all over everything. So I have to go through the toll booth. So I balled up a $5 bill with puke all over it and threw it at the lady through the toll booth and drove to my house, where I got out of the car, went inside, dropped my clothes down, went in, took a shower, went into my bed, was in my bed for 5 minutes, and shit my pants in bed.
Oh my God.
And that's my story. It was horrible.
Oh my God.
It was pretty horrible.
You know, that reminds me of a story when I was in high school, where we went to a party in a place, like a town, and I took some of the guys. You know, like, there's always a night, everyone has a story where they hung out with the people that they normally don't hang out with in high school.
Yep.
So I'm at this party with all these people. We get Taco Bell, and on the way home, one of the guys in the back seat is like, "Oh, I'm not feeling well," and I'm driving my mom's Expedition. He's like, I don't feel well. He did that thing where he puts his hand over his mouth and he creates like a funnel, and he puked all the way from the back of the car to the front of the car.
That's amazing.
It's quite a ways.
Yeah.
That's quite a funnel.
Yeah.
He basically made like a trumpet bell.
It's like the Exorcist type shit.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So before we get to video games, and I don't even know what the topics are tonight, I just know that they're going to be fun and there's tons to talk about, but I got a problem. My kid came up to me today and said, Dad, a kid at school asked me if I wanted to know what the talk was all about.
Oh, no, it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. So, like, I'm thinking I've got...
How old is he, for reference?
He's 10.
Oh, 10? That's still young.
It's still young.
But like, it's a different era.
It's a different era, I agree. But here's the thing is, like, I'm obviously I want to keep my kids as innocent as humanly possible, and that's an awkward conversation to have. But
not with Uncle Animal in the mix.
Oh God, never, never. But I'm getting to a point now where I have to start like making up a game plan for what exactly the conversation would be in the event that I have to have it over the next couple of days / weeks, because he's like, yeah, Dad, I know I told the kid at school I don't want to know anything. I'll talk about it with my dad. But now I'm sitting here going, all right, well, maybe it's time for me to sit this kid down and talk about, the birds and the bees.
You know those moments that you hope you don't have in life? Yeah. I hope I never have to have that moment ever.
Yep.
What about you, Heil? Did you have the talk with your kids? I know they're kind of teenagers-ish, right?
Oh, yeah. Then you have the girl, too, which she has her own set of unique talks about, Aunt Flo visiting.
Imagine Aunt Flo. Imagine the talk. You're Heil's daughter getting the talk from Heil about maturing. Oh, I would love it.
Got ready to ride that white pony, huh? Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that poor kid. So my question is John, uncomfortable situation, all of our listeners, that would be an uncomfortable situation. How do you breach that topic?
Oh, my parents never had the talk with me.
See, mine didn't either.
I grew up in a European household. Like, my dad's from Greece. You know his name? What's his name?
Mykonos.
That's not his real name.
No, it's not real. Wait, tell me the first letter.
B.
Beatrice.
Close. No, but my parents never had the talk. Yeah. They never had the talk with me. It was just one of those things where they're just like, I kind of just knew because I learned about it in school. Like, I learned about it I did the classic thing. I learned about it in health class in 5th grade.
Yeah, see, that's...
And they showed us the Miracle of Life video from the 70s. and I learned everything I needed to learn.
Excellent. Yeah, I know. See, I was the same way. I mean, I kind of learned organically on the bus and, sports team practice, talking to the raunchy kid in class. Like, you just kind of pick that stuff up. But here's the thing: is my kid is like kind of freaked out about having to be in 5th grade and like get that talk, like at school. Like he's like, no. My teachers would never ever say those dirty words ever. And I'm like, no, dude. They're gonna have a pretty raw conversation with you. And I'm like, if you want to have the raw conversation with me ahead of time, that's fine. But if you're going to freak out about this, don't go in there, don't go in there cold with no info, because it's going to blow your mind.
See, I feel like I grew up in a time where pornography, like internet porno, started to become a thing. So it's like you learn that I first saw boobs when I was like 12 years old. So
you were already, John was surfing the web for internet porn.
Well, I didn't find it. I actually the first time. All right, I have a question. When you
it's deflecting.
No. Well, no, because I went over to a friend's house. No, I went over to a friend's house. Here's what happened. So I went to Andrew. I won't say his last name. Yeah. I went to Andrew M's house in 5th grade. And we're like, we were like the geeky, nerdy kids or whatever.
Obviously.
And mind you, I became friends with him because he had leg surgery, and I pushed him around in a wheelchair.
Oh, nice!
So he became my friend. And he ended up being a huge dickhead. But anyways, we were at his house. We're like, oh, let's go read the latest updates on politics and stuff. So we went to whitehouse.com, and it ended up being a porno site.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was shocking.
Yeah.
So that's the discovery of porn for you. Internet porn.
Yeah,
just trying to visit our nation's most important residence.
Yeah, exactly. I tried to look up politics at the White House.
Yep.
And then it took me to. It was like Debbie Does Dallas.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, Heil learned about the birds and the bees a long time ago. No way he was internet agent it.
Nope, we had a Catholic school, so I grew up.
Did the nun show you anything?
Yep, she did.
She did.
Oh shit. Okay, I want nothing.
So anyway,
and of course we had the Sears catalog, so that's all.
Really, you were a Sears catalog? That's giving people your age.
Yeah. Depending on what year, that year, time of the year.
Those high waist panties.
The bikini season and bra season, It's always bra season.
I feel like it's just a natural instinct to learn about that stuff. Like we just kind of like instinct takes over and we search it out and we learn about it.
Yeah, you just kind of here's the thing is that the conversation is going to have to be had in my case. So I'm just going to be real about it. Like honestly, like I've thought about doing like the Boys in the Hood. Like remember when Lawrence Fishburne in Boys in the Hood is like, any fool with a dick can make a baby, but only man can raise his child. Like shit like that. God. I feel like I've got to be like profound with it.
You got to be profound.
I got to be profound.
Jeff, I've known you for 4 years, and I think you're more of a father figure than my father. So if you're going to be profound, please teach me about Can we make a video about you teaching me the birds and the bees?
Yes, absolutely. Tell Bikos I'm going to make one.
Oh God.
Oh, man. I can't find the commercial. I've been looking for it for a little bit, but there's a commercial like how basically a kid grows up and. There's like 5 scenes, and one of them's like he goes to this like garage part and pulls down this box, and they show him thumbing through a magazine. Of course, that's like, Playboy. Another one, he gets handed keys to a car. Another one, he gets handed a drink. It's just like that's so fucking true.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Jesus. So, what have you guys been playing this week? I want to start talking about games now that we've. Decided that I'm probably going to botch my child's introduction to learning about.
Listen, I can send you a great website.
Oh, that sounds comforting.
Listen, where you know what it is, Jeff?
Is it whitehouse.com?
No, it's not White. I wonder if that's still a site. Hold on. Can I see if that's a?
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick.
Let's find out real quick. Let's see. I wonder if our listeners are gonna check. Whitehouse.com.
Oh, it's a park domain.
Is it?
Yeah.
Whitehouse.gov.
Well, that's the actual website.
Whoops.
What did I want to say? Well, I might have done and goofed up a little bit. I really want a game off my NVIDIA Shield, and I downloaded Final Fantasy Returns. I mean, Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns, and I started playing that.
Why now? What would possess you to do that? I mean, that
I
game
don't know.
has been wholly pretty much reviewed as being mediocre.
Have you ever just like gone back to a game like you've
already played this game?
Yeah, well, no. Have you ever like I played halfway through it and then I never finished it? It's like, have you ever got the itch to go back to that game?
Yes.
It's like I had that. They had it at the Steam sale.
Yep.
And I was like, let me just buy it.
Yeah.
And I just did. And then I started playing it on my NVIDIA Shield.
You like that? You like the NVIDIA Shield?
For $300, my only gripe is you definitely need a 5 gigahertz router to run things smoothly.
Okay. I have.
I mean, it runs very well in my house, like especially for where I am. But I feel like, you know what it is? We have 2 iPads connected to the Wi-Fi. We have my brother's connected to the Wi-Fi. I have my PS3 connected to the Wi-Fi. And it's just like, you know, when it hovers up all that data and hertz, I guess, it's tough because it starts to slow down. Like when it streams well, it works fantastically. Like I wanted to play Ori and the Blind Forest, but because of the latency, it's not good.
Well, that's certainly a problem, given the fact that, you know, obviously with a video game, the performance is first and foremost. So, like, I know, like, I don't rely as much on my remote play with my PS Vita because there are certain games where the Vita does fine with it, but then there are other games that are little bit more high intensity that you really need to have a clean. You know what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be a clean connection, and I don't get that. I mean, comparing the two devices, I know the NVIDIA Shield connects to your Steam catalog, correct?
Yeah, well, actually, no, it hooks right into your PC, and it has hooks that hooks into Steam. So when you connect it through the GeForce Experience app, it recognizes your computer. So you can basically run your desktop from it as well if you really, really wanted.
But outside of that,
I'm gonna tell you this. It's like the Steam Link, but with a screen.
So you can't download any games. So like everything, you're a slave to your internet connection on the NVIDIA Shield.
No, they have their own store where games are ported to the Shield itself. Like they just added Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. They have KOTOR 1 and 2.
Ooh. Isn't it a Linux operating system?
I think it's Android.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it wouldn't link to your normal Steam account then.
No, it does link to your normal Steam account.
Not all those games on your normal Steam account are playable, though.
No, they are.
PC gaming's weird.
Heil,
it basically hooks into my computer through the NVIDIA GeForce Experience app, right?
It streams them, or
it streams them. Yeah, it doesn't play the games; it streams the games from the PC to the tablet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I have access to every game.
Okay. What would be a better device given you had the money to buy one or the other, the Vita or the Shield?
Well, I mean, like, it depends what you're looking for. The Vita is a great gaming device, but the Shield's a great tablet device, you know, where you can do everything on it. You know what I mean? They're two different things. That being said, I really like my NVIDIA Shield because it does a lot more than my Vita. But honestly, and the other thing is, too, I can hook up a PS4 controller right into the NVIDIA Shield. The cool thing about the PlayStation app is the Shield can also hook into my PlayStation, and I can remote play with a PlayStation 4 controller instead of the Vita.
Yeah.
Which makes it a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, because the Vita can be used as a second controller, but it's not the most ideal way to game.
The lack of L2 and R2 buttons are what bother me on the Vita.
I've actually done, my sons and I have done many rounds of Helldivers where they want the regular controller and they make me use the Vita, and
that is not fun. I can't imagine that being fun.
That's one, like, your reload is your back right swipe and your grenade is your back left swipe. So that can be, obviously, there's no precision in that. I mean, you don't need precision for something like reload, but you do need precision for hucking a fucking grenade. So, you know, especially with things like depth and things like that. So, yeah, not ideal, but doable. I don't know. It's funny because handhelds to me 5-6 years ago were just not even on the map. Like, I think I had a DSi and I had basically some old retro games. I had like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy IV, and I think I got the Ninja Gaiden. What the hell was that called? Where you had to hold the DSi vertical, Broken Sword. Did you play that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there was I don't know. I've had a handful, but nothing as far as handhelds has lived up to what the enjoyment I've gotten out of the Vita. So one of the things I'm like kind of hoping as we move down the road away from dedicated handhelds like the Vita is that there is something that can supplement it for me. So whenever you talk about your Nvidia Shield, I'm always kind of like my ears perk up because they're going to stop making Vitas at some point.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean the Vita is going to cease to exist.
Yeah, I mean, you can always get one, but like I wouldn't mind another iteration or an upgrade of what the Vita concepts are. And
what do you think? What do you think? What do you think Sony's next handheld is going to be?
I don't think there's going to be one.
Nintendo's definitely coming out with one.
You don't think that Nintendo is going to marry the NX?
Maybe
3DS space.
I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. I hold on. I'm pulling out of this race. I can't do it. Nope, I'm out of it.
What race?
The handheld race. I'm done talking about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm done.
Sorry.
Shut up.
Sorry for you. Sucks to be you, John.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, so what are you guys off to next? Can I tell you that I'm thinking about returning The Witcher?
Why?
I haven't even opened it.
You're a fool.
No, I'm thinking about returning it.
No, you're a fool.
No, Fallout is like...
You're a fucking idiot. Shut up about fucking Fallout. Get your dick out of Fallout 4's butt.
Why don't you let me finish my thought?
No, because all it is, it's my boater is in Fallout 4's butt.
My name's John, and I just defecated in my pants.
No, I honestly think that it's gonna ruin me. It's like Fallout, dude, has like sucked up so much of my goddamn time. I'm like deathly afraid about jumping into another fucking 100-hour time sink.
So it was a Christmas gift. Wait a month and you will be ready. Also,
yeah, okay, fine, I'll do that. I'll revisit.
That's all you need to do. The Witcher is the best game of last year.
Yeah, I know. Well, I want to play it, but I don't want to be like a zombie to it. And
you're not a zombie to a fun game, though.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I feel like I am.
Well, stop being a fucking loser and get with it.
That's the problem. Is I get things rolling, man. I want to get out there and fucking do things, and like so, like the indie space just appeals to me, man. I love it. I love being able to pick up like. What am I playing? I'm playing Zeo Drifter. Fucking Zeo Drifter. I can pick that game up.
Good.
I can play
it's because you're an adult. That's why.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm running into some issues because I look at a game like The Witcher and I salivate, but then I start playing it and I'm like, well, for fuck's sake, I could play this game for 8 hours a day, every day.
You don't need to play The Witcher for 8 hours a day, every day. You only need like an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Every day?
Not every day. At least, dude, you know how many hours I put into The Witcher? I might have put 4 hours into The Witcher a week. And I beat it in 2 months, and that was 3 months.
Makes me feel better.
Or 3 months, and that was with like a 2-week hiatus.
Yeah. Now, did you find that? Because one of my pet peeves about detaching from the game experience is that when you come back to it, you're like relearning everything.
No, with The Witcher, I threw it on one of the easier difficulties. Therefore, I didn't have to relearn everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you play it on normal difficulty, Heil, or do you kick it down? Kick it up.
I took it down too for my first playthrough. Now I know how to play it as far as what they want, and really, if you explore the areas, you'll find a lot of free gear. I went the way of the blacksmith and money, which I won't do the second time around.
Yeah.
And, also, I didn't play all the side quests within level, which I didn't find that out till later. So, you know, you do a half-hour mission, it's kind of a bummer. You get like 2 XP from. So my second, once all the DLC plays, I'm gonna play it over and play it on probably just normal. But I'll have a better grasp of what they're asking of me and how to, I guess, beat it on that. I can't imagine playing it on wherever it is, Dark Magic or wherever the fuck it is. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Hey, I just got an update from Yacht Club Games.
Oh, I did too. I wasn't going to mention it, you fucking idiot.
I'll do it. No, you do it because you.
No, you do it. You say
right,
you're already reading it.
Well, John and I have been, and I didn't mean to cut off your story, Heil, but
shut up.
John and I have been doing a little bit of reach out with YouTube guests, personalities to come on the show, and we were talking about a war list of developers.
You got to get Thomas Happ. Did you message Thomas Happ?
No, I haven't had a chance.
You son of a bitch.
Before I go to bed, Thomas Happ.
You son of a bitch.
Inbox. He's gonna have an inbox before I even go to bed.
Good.
You son of a bitch. So what happened is John emailed Yacht Club Games, as invested gamers might know, the developers behind Shovel Knight, otherwise known as maybe one of the greatest.
Wait, we might not be able to say
time.
this though. I don't know.
Well, here's the deal: is that we got kind of like a half okay, half denial.
What? Why can't? What is with today? Nobody has given me a straight answer today.
We're fucking low. We're low rent, basically.
We're not low rent. They said yes, but they said no at the same time.
Kind of, yeah. They said that they love their heads down right now, so they're in full out development mode, and that they would be interested in doing something in a couple of months. So
yeah, but if here's IGN or something, oh yeah, here's a place.
Well, listen, it's
John,
it's worth a shot.
Said.
What?
You should have said you're from IGN.
Oh yeah, and what?
We're just gonna do everything. We'll do everything on Skype, man.
What credentials do I have that I'm from IGN?
You don't need. What are you supposed to? The guys from
well, to say
IGN
you're a certified voice actor. For
yeah, you don't know that. I'm sure they know every writer on IGN. What the fuck are you talking about? You telling me to impersonate somebody now? That's a fucking felony.
Is it?
Hold on. Let me see.
You can show me your IDM page.
You can. You can be anyone you want.
You can show all the movies you've worked on.
It's impersonation.
Impersonation of an officer can get you arrested, but not impersonate. So every Halloween, if I dress up like fucking David Bowie for Halloween, I'm gonna get sued by the Bowie estate.
Probably.
Oh, kind of sad about David Bowie.
David Bowie, one of the greats, gone. You know what I hate? All right, you know what? I'm gonna vent a little bit here. You know what I hate?
Professor died from Harry Potter too.
Yeah, Alan Rickman died today.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
that.
and Lemmy Kilmister died too.
Yeah, Hans Gruber.
What a sad week it's been. And so, anyways, I'm gonna get angry here. So you know what makes me mad? I'm a huge Bowie fan, Jeff. You know that, right?
Yeah, of course.
You know I have my poster on the wall.
Yep.
I have Ziggy Stardust.
I
have Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars vinyl. I have the Aladdin Sane vinyl. And I have a couple other vinyls, like I have the David Bowie, I think Changes vinyl. A couple other ones that I can't list off the top of my head right now.
Young American.
I don't have no. That was off. I don't have Young American. I have to pull them up.
Yeah.
But anyways, I hate all of a sudden. You know, when you're a big fan of something, and then everyone comes out of the woodwork to listen. It's really nice that people recognize his talent and what he did for the music genre, but I hate it when a fan like me isn't as outcryish or being like, "Oh my god, we lost such a great musician."
Right.
It's like I want you to name me like five Bowie songs that aren't Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, that isn't Changes, that isn't Heroes, that isn't Space Oddity, and that isn't like China Girl or something, you know what I mean?
Right. Golden Years.
Or Golden Years. Like all these people, like I hate it when people come out of the woodworks and they're like, "Oh my god, I love David Bowie so much," or like Rebel or Life on Mars, or
Rebel's
Under Pressure with Freddie Mercury.
Rebel's a classic song.
I love it, dude. That's the Stones better than the Stones.
The man who sold the world. Songs like that, and it's like I want people to name me like five songs that aren't.
You want the B-sides. I want to
hear the B-sides.
Let me ask you this though, John. I guess just to play devil's advocate on something like that, because it's not that I'm going to disagree that is annoying, because it is totally annoying, but they're not hurting anybody. And you know what? As a fan though, it seems it's stupid when you watch all these people outcry about it, and you're like, I didn't even like when you say to yourself, I didn't know you like David Bowie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like what?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's
who's
gonna
all right?
happen.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Who's your favorite artist?
Oh, my favorite solo artist,
or singer, or songwriter, or band, or yada yada yada.
I grew up loving Kiss. I'm a huge Green Day fan. I grew up loving. I have a drumstick from my first concert I caught from the mosh pit.
See, you're a little more different than me because you grew up in that era. All right, I'm going to ask Kyle this question then.
Bob Dylan, and I don't.
Everyone likes Bob.
I love Dylan, but Dylan's early stuff is like untouchable. Elton John, dude, Madman Across the Water is probably the best album I've ever heard in my life.
All right, so then you know what? I like a couple Elton John songs.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever that big one is. It would be like if I posted something to Facebook going, oh my God, Elton John, we lost such a talent today. It's like, yeah, we lost a talent, but I wasn't a fan of Elton John, so I'm not one to be like talking about it and being like, oh my God, look at me, I loved Elton John.
Chris Christopherson was such a genius.
No, that just makes me so angry
away, baby.
that people come out of the woodwork like they're these big mega fans, and it's like, I would have paid thousands of dollars to see Bowie. I own his records. I own T-shirts with David Bowie on them. And it's like all of a sudden you like David Bowie?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Just ignore it, man, because you know what's going to happen.
It's hard to in the day and age of social media.
The other thing, too, is that when somebody dies, it brings forth, I think, in people the sense of, wow, I guess I better at least have that last glimmer of give a fuck before I don't give a fuck anymore. And I think that people just innately do that. Like, I think people are just innately full of shit. And when things like this come up, it's like, you know, the thing that I see the most is, and it's from our generation, is The Labyrinth. Everyone's like, oh man, I gotta go watch The Labyrinth one more time. Like, he was such a genius, man. Long live the Goblin King. And it's like, all right, like I get your irritation, and I'm not even gonna sit back and claim that I'm a Bowie fan, because I own Ziggy Stardust, that album, but I don't own.
He was Ziggy Stardust. He wasn't the Goblin King. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but that's, you know. To me, as a kid, Ewoks were cool. But to my father, Ewoks were the most ridiculous fucking thing in the world.
Oh yeah, to any parent, like I'm sure to me as a kid,
Ziggy Stardust was ridiculous, and the Goblin King was like something that haunted my fucking nightmares. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So like, I'm not gonna beat people up for that perspective, because that's just like he's
no, that's a timing perspective.
Right. He was a guy that was lucky enough and talented enough. And creative enough to have a career that lasted from 1969 to 2016.
To today, where he released his last album days before his death.
Right.
And he was still making great music.
Yeah. That's the thing. When you listen to his stuff, I mean, it really does. And again, I'm not going to sit here and name off 100 B-sides, but I am always impressed as a musician myself, as someone who does it for a career. His ability to morph into whatever he wanted to be is fucking genius on another level.
He was a musical chameleon.
Yeah, for sure.
Rest in peace, David Bowie. I got your back. I love you,
David Bowie. I'm gonna now everybody listen. Me. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
But like the same thing, like Alan Rickman died today. It's like I wasn't on Facebook going like, oh my God, Hans Gruber, yada 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 yada. Like I understand, I respect the death as an actor. Like I would call myself like a pseudo actor. Like I'm a voice actor. I mean, I don't act per se, but I do have to act on some level. And I'm not some big time actor. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, wait, what?
You're not going to sit there and do what?
I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh my God, Alan Rickman, like I wasn't an Alan Rickman fan. Yeah, he was a good actor. He was great as Hans Gruber, and I saw some of the Harry Potter movies, and he was great as Severus Snape. And yeah, it's sad, but it's just like, it's weird when you see all these people come out of the woodwork to show their
on at somebody who's recently deceased.
It's sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sad thing, you know.
It's like if I die, I just want the 4 people I know at my funeral.
Yeah, really? Is that really what you want?
No, I you know what I always tell the person I'm dating? I'm like, if I die, I'm like making an open casket funeral, no matter what happens. And then
get mangled by bears.
No, and then I always tell my mother, I'm like, Mom, if I die before you and Dad, I said, just have a huge barbecue in my honor, because I'm the barbecue guy. I said, don't make it some sad thing where you're serving shitty food. I said, serve ribs, serve brisket, serve steak, serve chicken. I said, don't make it boring. I said, have a keg of beer and have people having a good time remembering me.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Rather than.
No, I think that's probably a sentiment that's shared by a lot of people. You know, the thing is, though, man, well, I don't want to turn this into the pedal to the metal fucking grief hour either, but I don't know, man. Death brings out funny things in people. It's just an interesting thing.
Makes me sad.
Makes me sad.
We only have 24 minutes left.
Top 10 deaths in a video game.
How about this?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the top 10. Let's talk about our list of top 10 anticipated games for, or actually 10's too long. Top 5 anticipated games for 2016.
We did top 3 last year. Should we just do? Let's do top 3 and see if there's extra honorable mentions. We'll do it.
All
Oh,
right.
we did that.
We did? I don't remember it.
We did it last year. I said my 3 were Axiom Verge, Helldivers, and No Man's Sky.
Oh,
Heil's was Uncharted 4.
For this year, though, right?
No, we're
We
talking
haven't
about this
done it-
year.
we haven't
Okay,
done
so
it
let's
for
not go over last year's list. Let's go over this year's list. Let's stop
I
wasting
know.
goddamn time, bitch.
All right. Well, let's say it.
What's your top 10, 3, however many anticipated games?
I am very excited to play Deus Ex: Mankind Divided.
Really?
Yeah, because Deus Ex is a series that I've enjoyed since Invisible War. I haven't played the original, but Invisible War was a game that's been much pandered, but I really enjoyed it. And I really, really liked Human Revolution, although I didn't feel like it was as good as some people claim it to be. But Mankind Divided is coming at like a sweet spot in time where I feel like that game's going to really fucking resonate with me this year. I'm really excited to play Mankind Divided. Number 2, I would say for me is, definitely Mass Effect, although that's going to be a 2017.
No, that's so going to be a 2017.
Yeah. God. Number 2. I don't want to say No Man's Sky because I just feel like it's not going to be. Sorry, a Recore. I want to play Recore.
You don't have an. Oh, you can play it on your laptop.
Yeah, I want to play Recore. Number 3, you know what it is? I don't know what it is. Recore just looks to me like it's going to be really interesting. That's it. That's all I have to say about it. I don't know much about it, but it just looks. Every time I look at something, it looks good. Number 3, I'm gonna say Crackdown.
No.
Yeah,
Crackdown has a lot to live up to.
I know. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I'm excited to see if they go big on it.
I bet you they screw it all up.
You think so? Why do you think that? It sounds like you're rooting against them. Why are you rooting against them?
Because
John?
the first only good game was Crackdown 1, and I don't know, they haven't shown anything. They announced it, it was 2 years ago. It's just like,
See, I thought that was one of the best showings of this past E3 with all the destruction and.
Did they actually show gameplay?
Yeah, they showed what the destructible environments would look like and just what the scale would be of it. They showed, over the shoulder, third person action. It just looks like it's going to be a very, very fun game. I don't know if they're going to nail any type of meaningful story. I would imagine that they won't, and I would also imagine that they're not actually going to be dumping a ton of resources into a story in this game.
IGN has 17 minutes of explosive Crackdown 3. See, to me, okay, watching this now, this looks really great. I like the destructible environments.
Yeah.
This is cool, but to me, it just looks like Crackdown 1 with destructible environments. It doesn't look like it's advanced in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You know what game did that? Red Faction Guerrilla, where you could literally take down any building.
Yeah.
So why should this be impressive to me?
Well, I mean, did you watch the gameplay? Because
I'm watching it right now.
It was impressive. When they actually go over just how destructible each, fucking walkway and window and brick and fucking everything comes apart. I can't say that it didn't look impressive. It looked a shit ton of fun.
It doesn't look impressive because Red Faction Guerrilla did this back in 2009.
Okay.
That is just it's just a more advanced version of it. That's why I'm not impressed. Hold on, I'm gonna drop the link in the link thing.
Okay.
But yeah, that doesn't look impressive at all. Heil, what about you?
Heil. And he's gone. John, what about you?
Oh man, well, I'm really excited. Dragon's Dogma: Dark Arisen finally comes out tomorrow for PC. That is a game I am willing to rebuy.
What is it called?
Did you play Dragon's Dogma on the 360 or PS3?
I did not, although I do have it, I think, on the PS3. I think it was a free PSN game of the month.
Yeah, well, it was the original version.
Okay.
And it was It was a really awesome game, like Monster Hunter-ish type quests, Skyrim-y type thing, and it was a really great game. It was a really great game. The Dark Arisen campaign added a lot of stuff. It added fast travel. They didn't have fast travel in the original one.
Yeah.
And that's just a really good sword and sorcery type game.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's coming out. But I'm not going to put that on my anticipated list because it comes out tomorrow, and I've already played it. Resident Evil Zero. Resident Evil 0 comes out on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. We're going to make a lot of videos on that game. Yeah. Because that game's fun as shit.
Yeah.
But honestly, I am going to say my top 3 games of 2016 are going to be David Bowie. No, Gravity Rush 2.
Okay.
You guys know I gush over this game.
Yep.
And it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Gravity Rush 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean that looks good. I think that they're gonna make that more grand than the Vita could have made it. So I'm psyched.
Well, it originally started as a PS3 game, but it got scaled down to the Vita because they don't think it would have sold on the PS3 as well. They were thinking about making it a downloadable title, and then they're like, So Gravity Rush 2 being a full game, I'm very excited for that, and I will be buying Gravity Rush Remastered. But I'm really excited for Quantum Break, Remedy's first game in 7 years.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that game's going to be good.
Yeah, it looks good. Everything I've seen, that's one of those games that every time I look at it, I go, okay, this is the time it's going to disappoint me, and it never disappoints me.
Remedy can't disappoint, and neither can Sam Lake, because he is a god among men.
Wow, you really like him. You're a nerd for him.
Oh my god, if I met him, I would cry. I'd cry.
See if he'll be on the Pedal to the Metal podcast.
No, he's like way too big for us.
Oh, you got to shoot, man. You never know unless you ask.
Dude, he's been on like cuz
he's on like the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
No, not like that bad. Hold on 1 second.
Can I guess what your third game's going to be? And I also want to make an omission. I'm going to take Crackdown. Well, no, I'm going to add to my list.
Okay.
I'm really excited to play the new Mirror's Edge.
Oh, you know what? Fuck. You know what? That's why I can't do top 3, because I'm excited for Dark Souls 3. I'm excited for Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Aren't you getting sick of Dark Souls?
No. I think this last one will be because the game, it's like Final Fantasy. The games are so different end to end each time, that it's a fresh experience every time with similar gameplay mechanics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, when like Sam Lake is on Finnish TV shows and shit like that, I'm sure he doesn't want to talk to us.
Yeah, no, you're right. The other one that I'm really like kind of intrigued and sniffing around and want more information, and I don't know, maybe I am.
Have you seen that Red Faction Gorilla video, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Red.
That's just Crackdown 3 with last gen.
I guess so. The other one that I'm looking forward to is Cyberpunk.
I don't think that's going to come out this year.
See, I heard a rumor that they were talking about it.
Yeah.
We know nothing about that game.
They said, I think that they're going to support The Witcher up through this year, up until May, and I think Cyberpunk will be a 2017 game. I don't know, like Quantum Break is an original IP. Mirror's Edge, Catalyst, and Dark Souls are sequels. I'm very excited for those. Like Deus Ex is going to be really good too, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited to play that.
Here's some unscheduled release games that are slated for 2016 below the Xbox One indie game.
Yep, that look cool.
Daisy on the PS4 finally, and Windows is finally coming out.
Cuphead.
I'm very excited for Cuphead.
Yep.
Dishonored 2. I thought. Yep. Did you ever play the original Dishonored?
I did, and you know what? I think I just hit that game at a wrong time because I got it maybe a few hours into it and I kind of just stopped.
You should go back to it.
I think I will.
It's like Half-Life meets Splinter Cell.
Yeah,
meets Mass Effect.
Maybe what I'll do is pick up like don't they have like a definitive edition for real cheap?
You missed it. I'm sure you can get it cheap at GameStop, but they had it for $10 like the day after Christmas. It's like one of those things where the game was so like, I know you guys have scolded me before, like, oh, you're part of the problem, John. But like the game was so good, I was willing to rebuy it for $10. Right. You know, I think good development should be rewarded. Bad development and cash-ins shouldn't be. But no, it was a really great game. Like it's Mass Effect meets Splinter Cell meets Mirror's Edge meets like it's so many games in one, and it pulls them all off so well.
Yeah.
It's just a game that's out of this world. Doom. The Doom is coming out this year too.
Yeah, everyone's got Doom on their radar. Is Heil, are you with us yet or what?
I still am. Yep.
Oh, okay. You're a PC Doom guy. Are you excited for the new Doom game?
Yeah, I think so. If it's not so much like number 3. 3 was more of a tech demo than it was exciting to play, but we'll see. Cautiously optimistic. I'd probably play on console this time around, though.
I thought Doom 3 was good and scary. It might have been like something of my time, like where I played it in, what was it, high school? Like early high school? Yeah. I don't know. I thought Doom was pretty good. I don't know.
I don't know. Heil, what are you looking forward to?
Me, of course, Uncharted.
Yep.
Same with you with Mass Effect in there.
Oh, can you re-say that? You kind of skipped out.
Recore.
No, the first two games you skipped out.
Oh, Uncharted and Mass Effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can't get those. Did you guys see the news about Hitman being episodic comment?
It's been that way since the release of the information at E3.
It's going to be an episode game.
Yeah, you didn't know that? They're selling a full experience, and then all the DLC is free.
Wait, so they're selling it? You mean it's going to be like The Walking Dead, where you get?
Okay, so it's like it's like that.
Yeah.
So you can buy the whole game already for $60.
I gotcha. Yep.
And then they're releasing episodes. But they said that all the DLC that they're giving away with the game will be fully free.
Wow.
Yeah, they're giving away all free DLC.
Is that a product of The Witcher? Is that?
I think that's a good cascading effect that The Witcher 3 had that put a lot of developers to shame. That, you know, if people like Call of Duty selling weapon skins and Rainbow Six or Siege are selling weapon skins, it's like The Witcher gave away skins and missions and quests. Missions are quests. They gave away 16 free DLCs, and then on top of that, they only sold their like 15-hour DLC for like $10.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it's like I like the episodic thing, and I like the fact that Hitman is taking this route while providing like, oh, you want this new pair of silver ballers? Well, guess what? It's going to be free. Oh, we're adding a new assassination mission to the huge open world map. Guess what? It's free. If you want to keep playing the story, you have to pay for the content. But any additional content, any side missions or weapons or outfits or this or that, it'll all be free.
I mean, I'm glad that the industry has turned, at least the media industry has turned their side of the industry has turned their attention on what The Witcher has done for fans, because I think part of those numerous Game of the Year awards that they've got all year long was because of the way that they treated their fans.
They treated them with respect and like adults.
Yeah.
Long anticipated one, Final Fantasy 15.
You think that's going to see?
That's going to see 2016. The big push they made last year for it, it'll see 2016.
Can that series get back on track, or is Final Fantasy?
I don't think Final Fantasy went off track. I think it modernized a little too much for its own good with the 13 series. And I think when you work that long on an engine and stuff, that you have to just make up extra games to recoup the losses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think, the director of Final Fantasy 15 was also directing. He was also directing Kingdom Hearts, and it was a a big mess. But no, this guy got the guy who got pushed to the director of Final Fantasy 14. Oh no, he did the artwork. I'm reading the completely wrong thing. God. Yeah, this guy. It's the guy who did the Crisis Core and Final Fantasy Type 0. You know, he's making 15. He got pushed into the role of director because of I think it was, what is it, Tetsuya Nomura? He did he's the big one who's working on Kingdom Hearts 3, I believe. Yeah, Tetsuya Nomura. He's the one who's working on Kingdom Hearts 3.
You're excited about that?
No.
You don't care about those games?
Fuck Kingdom Hearts. Long live Final Fantasy 15.
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm rooting for it. I'd love to get I haven't bought a Final Fantasy game in a long time. I didn't play the 13 series. It just wasn't on my radar. I'd much rather put it in one of the old. In fact, I played Final Fantasy 6 last gen. I didn't even bother with the modern ones.
I started playing Final Fantasy 6 for the 7th time. I can't get through it. You know a game I'm really excited about this year, though? That? Outlast 2.
Okay.
Did you play Outlast?
I didn't, although I have it on my...
Play it. It's I forgot you're a big bitch. You can't play horror games.
Yeah, I'm kind of a bitch, dude. I don't... Yeah.
You suck. Why can't you play horror games?
Oh, man, I don't like scaring myself.
Heil, did you play Outlast?
I did.
Did you like it?
I did. I didn't like the nighttime things. Those felt kind of forced, but...
What do you mean the whole game?
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Dying Light. Sorry. So, no, I did not.
It's like, what?
No, I was thinking Dying Light.
So why should we pay attention to Outlast 2, John?
Because Outlast
1 was wholly average.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know,
I thought the story, it got fucking crazy and it was awesome. And the Whistleblower DLC was something on the level of really, really good DLC for like $8. It was a really scary game. I mean, it was one of those like go hide from things.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really good horror game. And I think that they took chances for the time. I mean, when it came out in 2013, I mean, they took something that existed and put a spin on it. They put the whole, I don't know if this is the first game to do it. I'm not sure if it is, but like they give you a reason to have a night vision mode, and that's the camera. And it's like, oh, you know why you have the camera? Because you're a reporter, and that's it. Yeah. Yeah. It's like it was a good reason, and I think that Outlast 2 will be really awesome.
Do you have one prediction for 2016?
On
any level, software, hardware, industry-wide, Naughty Dog will cease to exist, BioWare will get sold to Activision, like anything. I'll start. I think that the Nintendo NX is going to be a bounce back in the right direction.
I don't think so.
That's my guess. That's my prediction.
My prediction is I don't know. I don't have one.
You don't have a prediction. You don't have one. No Man's Sky will suck.
No, I don't think it will. I think that
Mass Effect will get bumped to 2017.
Oh, that's a given. We've talked about that so much. I'm not even gonna
breach it.
No, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I don't know. I think we get slim consoles this year.
Wow, a redesign.
I think we get the redesigns this year. I mean, we're going on 3 years.
Heil's prediction is that Uncharted is going to flop.
I'll still get it though.
I don't know. Like, I think I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that this is the year that the consoles will finally define themselves, other than rehashes and other stuff. And I think that this year will be a good year for gaming.
Yeah. I think 2015 was a step in the right direction.
Like Gravity Rush 2, the new Nier game. You know, we're seeing some old games come back.
Yep.
Mirror's Edge. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like talking about the birds and the bees with your kids. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you don't know what to say.
I don't know what to fucking say.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great year. I think it's gonna be a great fucking year for games. Like, come on, you can't be excited for you can't not be excited for. At least I am kind of. Like the remake of Pokemon Red and Blue. Like that's nostalgic to me, and yeah, nostalgia kind of sucks.
Yeah,
but. Those are games I played, and those are things I'm excited about. A new IP from Guerrilla Games, a new Hitman game. Will Star Citizen ever come out? I don't know.
Yep.
DayZ finally coming to the consoles and being a finished game. That's awesome. I think we'll see a lot more indie stuff finally peek its head to mass market now.
Yeah.
So
there's definitely some good. I know we don't have the time to get too deep into it, but there's a game that I'm super hyped for 2016, an indie called Hyper Light Drifter. Have you heard of this game? I'll link it in.
I haven't heard of Hyper Light Drifter, but I'm looking at the list of games for 2016 right now. I always make a list of games I'm going to buy. I'm looking at the list right now. No. You don't have to. Do you not have to link it? I have it right here.
Yeah, game looks fantastic. It's like a top-down Zelda style. Almost the art style looks like Titan Souls. If you played did you play Titan Souls this year?
Titan Souls was good and bad all at the same time.
You know what, dude? Titan Souls was one of the most satisfying games I played all year.
It was good and bad all at the same time. I loved Titan Souls because of the concept, but also because it was just kind of like, it was like, that was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? I almost looked at it as, if I played a game that was like a puzzle game that had levels, I don't want to minimize what Titan Souls was, but have you ever played the game, what's it called, 100 Doors? That's a mobile game?
No.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Where you've got to figure out the puzzle on each floor. That's kind of how Titan Souls played. I didn't look at it like I'm playing The Legend of Zelda. I looked at it like each one of these bosses is each of the levels I need to beat. And if it takes me 5 deaths to beat him, then it takes me 5 deaths. It might take me 50 deaths. It might take me 25 deaths. But it's going back each time, learning a little bit more. And honestly, dude, some of the most satisfying fucking deaths in all of gaming last year. When you beat one of the bosses and you get to suck its life force from it.
No, it is very satisfying, but I'm sorry, we got to start wrapping up.
I know. Anyways, Hyper Light Drifter looks good. It's like a top-down Zelda style art style of Titan Souls, and it plays like a Ninja Gaiden type. So,
am I bad for reserving the Dark Souls 3 Collector's Edition?
Yes.
No, are you going to do an unboxing?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I think John should do an unboxing on the day you get it. You have to.
I'm itching to get that Halo 5 Legendary Edition. It's already dropped from $250 to $150 in my local game store.
Why would you get that? You said you didn't even like Halo 5.
I like Halo 5.
No, you said Halo 5 was not that great.
It's not that great, but it's still a decent game. It's not a great Halo game, but it's still a decent game. We got to wrap up. We'll finish this on next week's podcast.
Okay,
this argument that Geoff just fucking started.
See? All right.
You bitch. You had to start this a minute before we have to wrap up.
Yep, that's it. How much time do we have?
1 minute.
Oh, let's wrap it up.
Oh, there we go.
Wrap it up. Tell people to like and subscribe, and to HIV doctor injected himself with Charlie Sheen's blood in unsuccessful treatment. Anyways.
Jesus Christ, I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, like, subscribe, and...
No. Give it a little more heart and soul than that. Not like like and subscribe.
Start. You do it. Do it, John. Do it.
Hey, everyone. We want to thank you for listening to tonight's show. We want to thank everyone who listened to the top 5 games of 2015 cast. If you enjoyed listening, like and subscribe. We have some more stuff coming your way. So if you enjoyed listening, again, like and subscribe, and we can keep making the podcast.
Yay.
We're going to keep making it regardless.
Yeah, whether you listen or not.
Yeah. If you make it to this point.
Well, they're not listening. They wouldn't hear that. So
no.
That's true. That's true.
Jeff, final thoughts?
Right. Final thoughts are go buy Hyper Light Drifter when it launches.
Heil?
Thanks for listening. Come back.
Thanks, everyone, from Pedal to the Metal. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Later.